Hey, what's going on? Welcome back. All right. Time goes by super quick when you're trying to be productive, doesn't it? Yeah. So I refactored the Firebase functions and it's working in the demo application that I created before. So it's working. So at least that is working now. Cool. I'm learning a lot more stuff in Firebase. Like there's certain things that I ran into that I recreating this thing that I've never ran into before. And so I'm learning more because Firebase handles it, but I didn't know I never like used it. So now I'm using it, which is cool. So I'm getting a wider range of an experience with Fire because normally it's just bam, I kind of know what I'm doing already, bam, 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 bam. But every once in a while it's cool to like hit a situation and like broaden your scope. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's happening, and time is flying by super quick. So I think there's two functions that makes up pretty much the demo, right? And so this is super behind. You probably don't care. It's fine. All right, two functions, and they're ones I've used before because I'm a fan of being able to call your function directly from the application, and so that's cool. And that's what I've been doing. And for me, it's like a little bit more secure because it happens like on the functions, kind of. So, but now I'm making writes to the actual database now. I mean, you can set up like rules and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I like to have everything kind of happen on the server. And so yeah, so before I was having the server make all the writes to the database and everything. But the thing I'm working on now, I need to listen for that write on the database. So in my application now, I need to rewrite it to where it makes the write on the application on the front end, and so that the back end can listen for it and then do stuff. And so there's that. So that's working. Now the other one, I'm hoping I don't have to change, but we'll see how that works. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to make it a like an HTTP request thing, and then I may run into issues with korres. So we'll see. All right, so that's what I've been working on. So, but little by little. So I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Almost there. All right, cool. Now, what I wanted to, speaking of almost getting there, I'm a big fan of like doing stuff like in the cloud, especially for folks who don't have access to like high powered machines. Like the more we can kind of like do in the cloud, the lower the specs need to be for like the local machine, right? And so we've talked about a bunch of times previously here about like certain like code editors and things that are in the cloud, so that like a lot of that heavy lifting on the coding and stuff is done in the cloud. So like I code on a Chromebook. Now it's a very nice Chromebook. You know what I mean? It's cool to be able to, try for someone who's like on an even lower spec machine to be able to get into coding and do something kind of like great. You know what I mean? So, and have that ability and that access to be able to do that stuff. So, came across another one. So, we've spoken about like Code Sandbox, the GitHub Spaces, I think it's called GitHub Spaces. It's about like Stack Blitz and a bunch of these places. And so, we got another one. So, hey, you know what? Having options is great. By the way, stretch. Oh, I've been sitting in this chair way too long. All right. By the way, not new shirt, but a shirt. I did this. You can check it out in the shop. All right, just saying. All right, so now the website that I am talking about is called gitpod.io. Gitpod.io. I'm going to add a link to it in the when you see the recording, it'll be right next to it. Hopefully, if everything worked. All right, so let me share my screen so you can check this out. I need to make sure share audio because we're going to watch a video together, because I don't have things set up on this like account and I don't want to mess things up. So especially when I'm broadcasting. All right. So this is gitpod.io, gitpod.io, because the git part will come into play soon. But so this is another like developer environment or development environment in the cloud that you can get access to, which I think is super cool. I'm a big fan of that. So anything going towards that direction, I'm a big fan because it gives others access to be able to do things also. You know what I mean? So, all right, you just need like internet connection, which is another thing. I'm a big fan of getting internet to people everywhere. So, like it says here, always ready to code because I'm always ready to code, you know. Spin up fresh automated dev environments for each task in the cloud in seconds, which is kind of cool. And so you can try it now. So open a workspace, start from any Git context. So it has GitLab, GitHub, and Bitbucket, which is, I don't know if the other ones we've looked at, because I think primarily they've been like GitHub, I think, or just starting up your own fresh instance, you know, like blank. Like with this, you can start working in a Git repository, which is pretty cool. And then has to start, so you can see it's like open source as well. So now select project, and then normally you have to check the dependencies, check out the branch, view the README, install tools, run build, run test. They get rid of all that for you. So I like this way it's set up here. Like it just tells you like select a project, start coding, and all this other stuff you normally have to do, you don't have to do anymore. So that's pretty cool. So remote development without the friction. And so it continuously builds your Git branches. So I guess as you're pushing to your Git branch, it will build also like a server. That's pretty cool. So you can start coding right away. That's cool. So once like, so it's almost kind of like a Docker thing, I guess. Like when you know, well, I don't know if you know about it, but Docker is like a self-contained thing. Like you put it up there and it just builds and is ready to go, regardless of whatever, you know, like you put all the stuff you want in it. And so that it's like all packaged up. And so when you place it in the cloud, it just is the same thing as if you had on your local, which is pretty cool. So this is kind of like the opposite, I guess, to where it's pulling all the information from your Git repo, doing all the stuff that it needs to do, like installing dependencies, and then bam, you're ready to go. And you can like so then you can probably like because you know, like you have like the previews, like when you're coding stuff and you want to see a preview and it automatically like refreshes. I guess it'll do all that stuff, which is pretty cool. And I think it goes into the video and also. So yeah, so it looks like, yeah, so it compiled all this stuff and it's good to go. Nice. And then it works on my machine and yours. So yeah, so that's what, there it is. The spin up pre-configured standardized dev environments from any Git context. So like any repos, I guess, when you need them, and close them when you're done. You won't go back to the friction of long living stateful environments. So it's almost like if you just start from fresh again, which is pretty cool. So yeah, all right. Now I think I've seen this before. I think we've seen this before where it shows you like the IDE in the browser, but then the desktop, and all they do is just take away the URL browser, which is always funny. I always enjoy seeing that. So let's so yeah, so what's, and another thing that looks like is kind of different is that all the other ones look like they've been like VS Code like clones, you know, like in the cloud, which is cool. But then it looks like they're going to have like all the IntelliJ stuff here. So I use this one. This is it web server or something like that? I think I use this one at work. Let me double check that. Hold on, let me double check something real quick. I have my work computer right behind me. Hold on. What do I have here? Oh, I have IDEA. Something called IDEA. Yeah, I have IntelliJ IDEA, which is this one here. I don't know. I always like to try different like what do you call those things? IDEs. And so they had a subscription for IntelliJ. So I'm like, yeah, sure, let me try that. And it is super powerful. IntelliJ makes some really great like IDEs, like especially like this one, like I'm assuming it's for Go, and I think this one's like pycharm. Yeah, they make some really good IDEs that are especially specific for languages. So that's pretty cool. All right, cool. So yeah, so it's basically saying you do whatever you're. So these are coming soon, and that's cool. And so it's basically saying, hey, you're used to this IDE, you'll be able to do it in the cloud. You just bring it along with you. And so I think that I haven't seen that before. So that's pretty cool. We adapt so you don't need to. So run JetBrains, there it is. So we adapt so you don't need to run a desktop or browser-based version of VS Code or any JetBrains IDE and customize it to your individual needs. So if you like themes and extensions and stuff, you can bring that right along and your favorite IDE. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's dope. Yeah. Oh, so use over by 400,000 developers plus. Nice in all these places. Cool. And then you can have multiple workspaces with different contexts open at once. One for your feature, one for a bug, and one for a code review directly in Git. Oh, that's cool. So that's probably like different branches then, I guess. Pretty cool. And then bringing dev closer to prod, provisions, prod for Linux containers. Okay, so it has containers. So it's like you're renting space in the cloud then, I guess. A Linux shell with root sudo. Okay. So a file system Docker, we mentioned that, and all other tools and binaries that run on Linux. Wow. One OS for both dev and prod. Production. So development and production like servers. So that's pretty cool. And then teams can work together. So that's cool. So you can run shared workspaces for pair programming. That's super cool. All right. And then code anywhere. So basically, since it's in the cloud, and like I said, it does all the heavy lifting, you no longer need an overpowered laptop to code. Gitpod works just as smoothly on a Chromebook or an iPad. All you need is a browser. See, that's the dream. All you need is a browser. Oh, that is the dream. And cool. And then they have, like I said, it's open source. You can self-host it, and then you can have them do it as well. So that's pretty cool. And you got some people talking some good things about it. And then so you just connect your GitLab, GitHub, or Bitbucket, and then you can launch an example workspace. That's cool. Oh, that's nice. So you can actually, so they have test ones. So you know what? Svelte's on there. You know I'm a big fan of Svelte. So let's go ahead and check that out. Launch workspace. And then we'll watch the video and see how they did it as well. Because the way they do it is super cool. Because you go to a GitHub repo and you just put gitpod.io /hashtag in front of it, in front of the including the HTTPS, GitHub, or whatever.com, if it's GitHub, and it just spins it up. So let's take a see how fast it is. That's pretty cool. See, I didn't scroll down this far. This is pretty cool. And they have Svelte. You won me already. Let's go. Let's see. So as you can see right here, it's going to make me log in. Oh, okay, never mind. Again, I'm not logged in on GitHub on this computer, and I'm not trying to break anything. But you can see here, it says at the top, gitpod.io /hashtag https://github.com/gitpod-io. So, and there's Svelte template. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm going to have to try that on like a machine that I'm logged in on with GitHub. Oh, that's super cool. Okay, nice. So since I failed at that, what's all this other stuff? Okay, spin up developer environments with single click. Oh, they also have an extension, Chrome extension, Firefox extension. And in your GitHub repo, you'll see it says Gitpod. And you can click that and now spin it up as well. So they're doing a lot of cool things. Now let's look at pricing, because pricing is important. So they have a free plan, which is pretty cool. I don't know if CodeSpaces has a free plan. I'm pretty sure StackBlitz. Well, it's unfair to kind of compare it to like StackBlitz, but I think StackBlitz has a free plan. Code Sandbox has like a free plan, and so. But yeah, so this is cool that they have one as well. And so you get 50 hours per month, and so yeah, you get to rent like their servers for 50 hours a month. Private and public repos, which is cool. 4 parallel workspaces. So I guess that's where they're saying like you could be like working on a bug fix, you could be working on a feature, you could be checking out something else, like code review or whatever. So that's cool. And then I guess 30-minute timeout. So if there's anything that takes longer than 30 minutes, I guess to build or whatever, I guess, okay. Cool. And then you can do a personal for like $9 per user per month. And so you get everything in free, but except 50 hours, you get 100 hours. And then if you're professional, if you're balling, you get it's $25 per user per month, and then everything here, and you get 8 parallel workspaces. That's cool. Unlimited hours and teams, so you could like they said, pair program. Oh, that's super cool. All right, nice. Then I didn't see this unleashed now. Oh, if you want to unleash the beast, so $39 a month per user, and all in professional 16 parallel workspaces. Nice. An hour timeout and 3-hour time boost too. So I wonder if that makes it go like faster. Do you get like a faster CPU or? That's cool. Nice. All right, so they got like plans for all types of people. That's pretty cool. I dig it. All right, so here we go. Let's check out the screencast and we'll get y'all back to work. So getting started with Gitpod. It's a cool explainer. So we're going to go and take a look at that right now. All right, here we go. It's a YouTube video. Only thing is, okay, like I can't see everything because there's this. Well, let me close this. That should bring it up. All right, there we go. Cool. All right, now we can see the whole thing. All right, here we go.
Hi everyone, welcome to our screencasts. My name is Pauline. I'm a community engineer here at Gitpod. In this series of screencasts, I'll be showing you how you can get your development environments up and running in Gitpod. So getting started with Gitpod is pretty easy. You can either prefix your GitHub, GitLab, or Bitbucket repo with gitpod.io/hash, or you can download our Gitpod extension, which we provide on Chrome and Firefox, and you can just get started by just clicking a button. Let me show you both of these ways. So let's head over to a GitHub repo. And this is a Svelte playground that I've been playing around with recently. Like I said, you can start Gitpod by prefixing this URL with gitpod.io/hash. And that kickstarts our workspace.
That's pretty amazing.
And as you can see, you've now got essentially Visual Studio Code in your browser.
It is running,
and you can make any code changes. The other way you could get started
you see that YAML?
coding with Gitpod is to download the extensions, as I mentioned earlier. We've got one on Chrome and we've got one on Firefox. What this does is it puts a Gitpod button on your repo, so you can just click the button and it kickstarts a new workspace. As you can see, I've opened up the Gitpod website. It started a little preview and I can get started and make edits as I normally would, which is pretty cool. I hope that taught you how to get started with Gitpod. In the next screencasts, I'll be showing you how to fully automate your setup with Gitpod.
So there's that. And so they have other videos and things. By the way, shout out to Jay Dilla. All right. But yeah, no, this is super cool. So just another thing to know about that's out there. And so it seems pretty cool. So I'm gonna give that a shot. That's pretty cool. And because you never know, like you might be somewhere, just all you have is like a Chromebook or an iPad or something. And you're like, somebody wants you to do like a code review or something, or you know what I mean? Like you may be like stuck somewhere. And yeah, no, this is pretty cool. So you just check it out. And yeah, so if you like it, again, I added a link to the recorded video. So in the archives, you can always check it out. And yeah, shouts to them. Super cool. And yeah, like I said, just another thing to know about, because again, the way they say just works in the browser or something like that, I'm a big fan of that. So yeah, like the web is an amazing place and it's getting better. So with things like Gitpod. So all right, yeah, cool. So I'm gonna send you all back. Let me get you all back to work. So we've got the final break session coming up 15 minutes after the hour. If you want to do a show and tell or what have you, please let me know. Just sign up for that. We'll get you situated. But till then, I'm gonna send you all off with some hold on, let me stop this screen share so I can get this going. I'm gonna send you all off with some traveling music. So again, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you soon. And this is Nujabez featuring Apani B and the track is called Thank You. All right, be right back. Thanks again. See you 15 minutes after the hour. Much productivity to you. All right, see you later. Peace.
But let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life.